Wow. Now that is some deep frunk space. Hey guys, so my Tesla Model 3 is currently in the shop and I don't know how long it's going to be there, but I'm not too concerned. I got a loaner. So a big thanks to Tesla for hooking me up with a Tesla Model Y Performance. So this is just going to be a quick review of the Model Y, mostly comparison to my Model 3, and just wanted to show you while I have the car. This is a 2021 model. You can always verify what year model your car is by looking at the door tag here. You'll see this was made in May of 2021. When I first approached the car, I thought this was just a standard dual motor. There's no carbon fiber spoiler on it. There's no line underneath here that designates it as the performance model. But if you have a keen eye, you'll notice that there are red calipers, which could be fake if they were to, paint them. Also, the metal pedals, that's different for the performance. And again, those can be added as well. I've got those on my long range Model 3 and it's not a performance model. The real way to test if it's a performance model is to actually get in the car and go to the software, and there you have the red line underneath the dual motor. That's how you know this is a performance model. Another way you can do is go to pedals and steering. It's got sport mode. So that's another way to check if it's a performance model. Let me show you some of the storage. So if you look at the frunk, it's got a big frunk just like my Model 3, but this one does go a little bit deeper. It looks about the same width, but it's definitely deeper than mine. Maybe a little bit more narrow this way as well. The trunk is going to be bigger because this is a hatchback, not a trunk like mine. So it is wider going this way. So actually this is a massive storage area off to the side on both sides. I don't have that. I've got a small cubby area on this side, and it's definitely not as deep and wide as this one. But where it gets a little different than mine, you do have your sub trunk here, which looks about the same. It may be a little wider than mine, but where it gets more interesting is there's another trunk here. Some people put their charging cables here. You can really put whatever. It's not very deep, but that's some extra storage in the Model Y that my car doesn't have. You can also put the seat backs down with these buttons off to the side, and they'll fold down automatically. If you want to put them back up, you have to manually grab them and put them back in place. But again, my car doesn't have that either. I'm in the back seat. There's plenty of room. I've got the seat in my seating position there, and there's plenty of leg room back here. It looks like it does go quite a bit further. Everything is raised up on a riser, it looks like. So my seats are not on a riser, so that's what gives you more leg and foot room here. That's pretty nice. It feels about the same width. I think it's supposed to be a little bit wider than the Model 3, but it feels about the same. Where it really makes a big difference is there's a larger piece of glass on the panoramic roof, where mine has a crossbar here where you have a sunroof and then a large rear window. The crossbar in this car is at the very back. Another feature of the Model Y that my car doesn't have is the ability to recline the rear passenger seats. So if you push this button here, you can lean back or bring it up forward. So here's another look at that mechanism. It's the same lever that you pull to pull the seat down that you can adjust it going backwards. So to pull it down like that, put it back in place. If you want to go backwards, pull it again and push. And now you've got a reclining back seat. And of course, it's got the refreshed center console. This is different than mine. The built-in wireless phone charger. Still very deep storage space there. Everything else is the same, it looks like. So yes, this is a performance model, but I'll be completely honest with you. My Model 3 with the acceleration boost feels equally as fast, if not faster. Now on paper, this Model Y performance is faster than my car, but I'm just saying it's so negligible that I can barely feel the difference. So I'm back in my Model 3. The Tesla service center had my car for about 4 hours, and that's how long I had the loaner Model Y. And so I got a good chance to drive it around, do some 0 to 60 pulls, and also experience the larger interior just to see what all it holds. And there's a lot of positive things about it. There are also a few downsides that I wasn't really expecting. For instance, the material that the doors are made out of, in the Model Y, it seems like they've downgraded materials. It feels more like that hard plastic that you find in other brands like Hyundai and Kias when I went to the auto show. If you saw that video, you saw me touching all the materials inside and giving you my thoughts about it. The new Model Y, that's kind of how that felt. This is a 2019 Model 3, so it is older, and it's just not as hard as the material in the Model Y. It's not quite rubberized, but it just feels softer. It's almost padded, where the other one was just like real hard, clicky type sound. This is, you hear that? That's not as clicky as the other one that sounded more like that. So this is just more textured, like almost squishy, like it's malleable, where the Model Ys, it wasn't. It was just hard plastic. So I was really surprised by that. I thought that everything would be just an upgrade as time goes on, but I guess it is cost savings to change materials, make it more cost effective. But still, that was quite a bummer. In regards to performance, now that I've gotten my car back and I've driven them back to back, I will say that the Model Y performance probably is faster than this car. This is a long-range Model 3, but it does have acceleration boost added to it. So this car is very fast, but here's the thing. Because this is a sedan, it's a car that's lower to the ground, it feels faster than it is. So anytime you have a raised up car like an SUV, even if it's fast, it's not going to feel as fast as an equally fast car that's lower. So on paper, the Model Y is faster, and maybe it feels a little bit faster, but just the fact that this car is lower to the ground, I think this car feels equally as fast as that performance Model Y. But all that being said, I thought the Model Y was a great vehicle. It did feel a little bit more spacious inside, which I can appreciate that. I've got a family of 4, so perfect size for us. Would I ever change from a Model 3 to a Model Y? I would have no problem doing that. I like both cars. They're both great. I lean more towards the Model 3 just because I prefer lower to the ground, sportier type cars. But if this was our family car and this was the only car we were getting, then definitely the Model Y would be top of my list for sure. So just some of my final thoughts about it. I think it's an awesome car. A lot of room, especially if you have family to haul around. Plenty of storage. Plenty fast for most people. If you are more into the performance side, I would highly recommend looking at a Model 3. It just seems to handle a little bit more sportier, and it is a little bit faster. But if that's not a major issue for you, then this is a great car. And the trade-off is pretty phenomenal with the extra storage, extra space inside, higher view when you're sitting in the raised seats. So what do you guys think? Do you have a Model Y? Do you prefer it over a Model 3? Have you even driven a Model 3 to test and compare the two? So that's it, just a short, quick review looking at the car. Fun little car, what do you guys think? If you liked the video, let me know by hitting that thumbs up. And if you want to see more reviews and product installations and other things Tesla, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the near future. Bye.